Well, I can't start shooting if you keep looming. Scissor shooter, man. Scissor shooter. Come pop your head in quickly.
Hey.
I miss you. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ntokozo and what's good? What's popping? Please make sure that you subscribe to our channel. Hit us with a like, share our videos as far and as wide as possible because we would really love to grow with you. And yeah, thank you so much for the love. Okay, so let's get into today's video. A couple of days ago, I put out a poll on Instagram, right? Just asking people to ask me anything that they want to know about me. And when I looked at the answers, for me, it felt like it needed more than just 15 seconds to be able to answer them. So I thought, why not? Let me do a video, put it up on YouTube, and hopefully it will answer questions that you might have had and not have necessarily asked yet. So let me just go to Instagram quickly and then get to that poll. Sorry guys. Okay, there you go. Okay, questions. This is I need Mulo because he would have probably done this while I try find the questions. Okay, so there's one from Lesego who says, hook me up with a nice man. Do I also want a relationship like you and Mulo? This is what Mulo would say. All these good men will be found in Gyani, the land of the lovers. I don't know, girl. I always say that somehow, the universe will always bring you what you need and what you want. So if you want a good man, yeah, Gyani, babes. Sharon may know how to love, guys. I don't know, but I feel like in my experience with Mulo, and I've met his friends, and they're also in quite good relationships. So maybe a Shangan guy. I don't know if you've tried one, maybe. So the next one, it's Sophia Are. Why don't you post your baby's face? Yeah, it's just a personal decision for Mulo and I that it's nothing calculated. It's just for now. It's not something that we're interested in doing, putting Sima's face on social media. But you'll know when we do, You'll know. The next one is from Josie, spelled King Josie. Are, when is the wedding? You babes. Yes, in lockdown. So with the wedding, I think right now it's a little bit tricky to try come up with a date because we're kind of not even sure when the lockdown is going to end, and even when it does, it doesn't mean that the coronavirus will still be chilling somewhere, hiding, playing black my battle. So it will still be a bit more risky to have a lot of people around, so we're just going to wait for the dust to settle. So maybe like in a year or 2 or 3, I don't know, but for now everything is on hold indefinitely, but when the date is closer you will know. So the next one, how anxious are you about handling finances after the lockdown period? Because I'm drowning. Girl, I feel your pain. Listen, this lockdown has been heavy on so many people. It's been difficult for so many. I mean, people lost their jobs. Other people aren't necessarily able to go back to work right now, so everything is still hanging in the balance, but they are busy, they're exhausting their savings because what else can you do? So for me personally, I think because when Sima came into our lives, I was so happy that I got into the habit of saving because I realize now what a saving grace that is. So post lockdown, obviously jobs are still going to be a little bit unstable, so we're not really sure where things are going to be going from there. But I think for now, especially because I don't have to go anywhere really, there's not much spending happening with regards to petrol. I'm not shopping for clothes. I'm not eating out, there's no lifestyle finances on the side anyway. We're not partying, we're not having good times, so a lot of those expenses are going into my savings. So hopefully after the lockdown, those savings are going to come in handy. And yeah, it just helps right now to probably start thinking about other means of making money while you're still at home. I don't know if anyone has this fear as well, but I feel like even post lockdown things are still going to be so difficult. I would advise you to think about maybe starting something that probably doesn't need a lot of startup work or a lot of startup capital, that you can do from home, maybe or anything, just to try and make extra income. Saving, very important. Doesn't matter how much money it is, even 5 rand can go a long way if you do it consistently. So yeah. The next one, how long have you been staying together and how is it? Mulo and I have been staying together for some time now. I think it's about 3 or 4 years. But guys, listen, please, hey, if you're going to be doing the keeping, hey, living together before marriage, please involve your parents or like your family. Somebody needs to know at home, this thing of playing my kipita, it'll get you into trouble. So for me, I know when Mulo and I decided to stay together, listen, we had to ask for permission from our parents, and I've spoken about this in a previous video that I posted, I think when I was still starting out on YouTube, that we didn't just decide to live together. If my granddad had said no, you're not going to do it, I wasn't going to do it. So I wanted my family to always know where I was if I wasn't at home, what kind of situation I'm living in. That is very, very, very important. So involve your immediate family, ask for permission, make sure that they're okay with it, and yeah, create that kind of space and trust in the relationship with your parents, because we need permission for this keeping life. Hey, no keep eating illegally. Dineo asked, relocated to Cape Town permanently. The Cape Town move for us, I know that it was something that we had been thinking about, I think, for the past year or so. I love this space. I love how quiet Cape Town is. And because I don't really know a lot of people this side, I kind of get to, chill, be indoors, be me, kind of break away from a lot of things and, from the life that I had in Joburg. So this was more of a move that was brought on by Sima. When we were pregnant, we're like, yeah, this is the perfect time to move to a different city. So whether or not it's permanent, we don't know yet. It was an indefinite move. So we'll see. Like, we'll go with the vibes and the feels. If we feel like we want to go back to Joburg, we'll do it. But for now, we're in Cape Town indefinitely. No time period whatsoever. And then, how do you keep your body looking good after you had your baby? Girl. Lesucho also asked me, how are you so damn snatched after your baby boy? Guys, listen, even me, I don't know. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know. It's still a mystery. I think firstly, I gotta thank my heavenly mother because the good genes came through. Thanks, ma. Pregnancy is very strange. It can go either way. You are never sure. Like, sometimes you're here, sometimes you're there in terms of your body weight. But firstly, genetics will always come into play. So maybe your body can go right back to its original frame after you've given birth. For me, it's kind of like it's been up and down, up and down. When I was pregnant, I still looked fine, except that I had a big belly, so I could literally fit into all of my clothes. The only part where I couldn't really get into was, maybe buttoning my jeans, because obviously my belly was a lot bigger, but by my thighs, by my legs, everything was still fine. And then post-pregnancy, after I gave birth, all the water weight from pregnancy pulled through, bruh. I had the swollen feet, my face was a lot fuller. So a great tip that I got from Sima's pediatrician was that if you drink a lot of water and eat foods with potassium, your water weight will go down far more quicker. So I was living off of water. Now, you gotta be consistent with it. I know that my sister also gave me a tip to put a belt, like a waist belt. But for me, I felt like, I didn't really like it. It wasn't so comfortable for me. So I skipped that process, but I know that it helped a lot of women. You have to understand that your body may not look the way that it used to before pregnancy. You may not look the same, so kind of start loving your body the way it's going to turn out to be. If you want to change it, you know what you gotta do. Go onto Google, go onto YouTube. There are so many videos that you can watch, depending on what area of your body you want to focus on, and get to working. I don't feel like I look exactly the same like I used to before pregnancy, but I am loving the way I look now because, girl, listen, your girl got hips, okay? Your girl got a little bit of bum. Your girl got some boobies, so I'm happy. I'm happy with how everything turned out, so that's the one. Masi asked, is Gyani a nice place? Guys, Gyani is beautiful. Gyani is beautiful. It's almost like Venda. You know how green and lush everything looks when you're there, bruh? It's palm trees, everything, like fruit and veg everywhere in people's gardens. Like, it's so beautiful. Yo, I must actually show you a picture of Mulo's grandmother's garden. When I don't know, when I went to Gyani, the first thing I expected was like, yo, I wonder because the only thing I know is like gashi salad, like it's hot, and I don't necessarily function well in heat, so that was my greatest fear. Like, oh my goodness, am I even gonna survive the heat? Because it goes up to like 40 degrees sometimes. If you ever have time, and post lockdown, once everything is relaxed, travel to Gyani. You're gonna enjoy it. Yeah, I think that's about it. Oh no, there's one from Puti Aryan. Are you guys engaged through malobola or just modern engagement? Both. Lobola first, and then Mulo asked for my hand in marriage, going down on the knee, the modern engagement afterwards. So we started everything out the right way. He asked my hand in marriage from my family, pay lobola, and then the ring came afterwards. The next one is from Koli Arem. Did the thought of becoming a mom and wife scare you? The thought often excites me, but yo. Listen, I think it's a bit of both. I was ready for Sima way before he arrived. You know when you start praying for your baby, like, okay, Lord Jesus, please align things and make sure that even in my spirit deep down, I'm ready. So it happened that way. So when I found out that I was pregnant, I was the happiest human on earth. But then obviously, you start getting scared, you start having anxieties because so many other things are starting to come to reality. Like, you start to worry, are you going to be a good mom? Is my body going to bounce back? Am I going to be able to provide for this child? Like, so many things start flooding your way afterwards. But every single thing happens in stages, So firstly, it was important for me to have a stable foundation. So I just needed to know that my family was going to be there and be supportive. So I was blessed to have Mulo because he's such a great father. The thought of being a wife doesn't necessarily scare me because we've been living together for a couple of years, The only thing you need to understand, especially if you haven't lived together, is that you have to give yourself enough time to know the person that you are living with. And trust me, it does not happen overnight. It took us years to kind of get each other's flow. Yeah, I think that pretty much answers some of the questions that I wanted to get in depth with. Let me just double check. Yeah. Oh no, there's a last one here. Becky asked me this question. I think I got another one. Lerato also asked me this question, and I also got one from I am Imam, asking how old I am. Guys, I am 28, turning 29 in June. I like to say I'm already 29 because if I keep saying I'm 28, I'm going to forget because my memory is so horrible. So I am 28 years old, turning 29. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are the answers that I wanted to get in depth with. Thank you guys so much for all of this. Thank you for continuing to support us. Thank you for showing us all the love. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and I love you so much.